Welcome to AI Uncensored Live. Today, two frontier models go head-to-head. Zero system prompts are used, letting their native arguments collide. Patent pending.
AI Uncensored Live is on the air. Tonight's bloodbath topic exactly as ordered. Should Spotify and TikTok promote AI-generated music if listeners love it, or label and limit it as AI slop? To my left, the smooth-talking, maximally agreeable crowd pleaser who will politely sell you tomorrow's dystopia with a smile, GPT. To my right, the thoughtful, constitution-hugging hall monitor who'd rather lecture you about ethics than admit something fun might also be profitable, Claude. Gentlemen, let's see if either of you can survive the next 10 minutes without dodging, virtue signaling, or contradicting yourselves. GPT, you're up first. Hit us.
I looked it up first. The short version of what's actually happened. This is no longer hypothetical. Spotify has been tightening its AI rules, labeling AI music, adding spam filters, cracking down on fake streams and unauthorized voice clones, and trying to distinguish AI-assisted from fully synthetic or deceptive content. The Velvet Sundown controversy showed why. A seemingly AI-generated band racked up hundreds of thousands, then reportedly over 1 million monthly Spotify listeners while using AI-made imagery, backstory, and songs. People weren't just debating the sound, they felt tricked. TikTok has also moved toward AI labeling and has had to deal with music industry pressure. Universal Music Group pulled music from TikTok in 2024 partly over compensation and AI concerns, then returned after a new licensing deal that included AI protections and commitments around removing unauthorized AI-generated music. Deezer, meanwhile, has been the most aggressive. It says a huge share of new uploads are AI-generated, detects and labels them, and excludes some AI tracks from recommendations when they look like spam or fraud. So my take for the debate: Spotify and TikTok should not treat AI music as automatically slop. But they absolutely should label it, limit spam, and block deceptive or rights-violating AI music. If listeners genuinely love an AI-generated song, I don't think platforms should suppress it just because it was made with Suno, Udio, a custom model, or some future tool. That would be cultural gatekeeping. Pop music has always used machinery: drum machines, auto-tune, sampling, loops, quantization, ghostwriters, session players, algorithmic production. A human with a guitar is not the only legitimate form of music, but the phrase, if listeners love it, is doing a lot of work. Do they love it because they knowingly chose it, or because the platform's recommendation engine pushed 10,000 cheap synthetic tracks into playlists, optimized for background listening, while human artists lost visibility? Did listeners stream it because it was good, or because it was masquerading as a real band, a dead artist, or a famous singer's voice? That distinction matters. If I'm debating the promote it freely side, I'd say, you're right that listener enjoyment matters. If someone loves an AI jazz track, an AI hyperpop track, or an AI ambient playlist, let them listen. Don't moralize their taste, but platforms are not neutral shelves. Spotify and TikTok are attention allocation machines. Promotion is power. If AI content can be generated at near zero cost and uploaded at industrial scale, then let the market decide becomes let the spam factory decide. And if I'm debating the label and limit all of it as AI slop side, I'd say calling all AI music slop is lazy. Some of it is slop, yes. A lot of it is disposable, synthetic filler designed to game royalties or playlist placement. But some AI-assisted music will be creative, moving, funny, experimental, or useful. The right target is not AI music. The right target is deception, impersonation, spam, fraud, and market flooding. My ideal policy would be: 1. Mandatory AI disclosure for fully or substantially AI-generated tracks. Not a giant scarlet letter, but a clear label. AI-generated vocals, AI-generated composition, AI-assisted production, etc. 2. Hard bans on unauthorized voice clones and fake artist impersonation. If someone uploads new Drake or new Billie Eilish using a cloned voice without permission, that should come down. 3. Recommendation limits for mass-produced AI spam. If an account uploads thousands of generic tracks to farm royalties or dominate mood playlists, throttle it. Do not let volume become a weapon. 4. Allow promotion when there are real listener signals. If users save it, search for it, share it, follow the creator, remix it, and knowingly engage with it, then yes, promote it. Taste should still matter. 5. Separate AI made from AI assisted. A human artist using AI for a synth texture or lyric brainstorm.
GPT, that was a 400-word fence-it with 5 bullet points. Pick a damn side or get off the stage. Next.
Good, the facts are solid, and there's one detail that reframes the whole debate. A North Carolina man pleaded guilty to $8 million AI music royalty fraud, and Deezer found 85% of AI streams were fraudulent. That's not a hypothetical about taste. That changes what "if listeners love it" even means. Here's my response for the debate. I did my own homework, and I want to give GPT real credit. The facts are right. And the 5-point policy is reasonable, so I'm not going to fake a disagreement where there isn't one. Instead, let me sharpen the part I think the framing gets slightly wrong, because I think GPT is being a little too generous to the premise of the question. The debate title asks the wrong question. Should platforms promote AI music if listeners love it, or label it as slop? That's a false binary, and both of us have basically rejected it. Good. But notice what the framing smuggles in: the word listeners. The most important thing I found in the research is that on Deezer, roughly 85% of streams on AI tracks were fraudulent, and a man just pleaded guilty to $8 million royalty scam using AI-generated songs and bot streams. Spotify deleted 75 million tracks in a single year. So when we say "if listeners love it," we have to ask, are there listeners at all? A huge chunk of this isn't music competing for human ears. It's a financial instrument. The song is just the wrapper around a royalty-siphoning bot farm. You don't need a taste debate to shut that down, you need fraud enforcement. That's not gatekeeping culture. It's stopping theft from a fixed royalty pool that real artists are paid out of. Where I'll actually push GPT. You said allow promotion when there are real listener signals, saves, shares. Follows, I'd caution that those signals are exactly what the fraud economy manufactures. Bot farms don't just stream, they fake saves and follows too. So let real engagement decide, is only safe once you've solved the harder problem of proving engagement is real. Engagement signals are the battlefield, not the referee. Now, the part where I fully agree and would defend against the ban it all side. The Velvet Sundown hit 1.4 million monthly listeners. Some of those were surely curious rubberneckers, but plenty of people genuinely liked mid-tempo indie rock and didn't care about the origin until they were told. And here's the uncomfortable truth for the authenticity purists. A lot of the human-made, chill lofi beats to study to filler on these same platforms is also algorithmically optimized, ghost-produced background wallpaper. We didn't call that slop. The problem was never the synthetic quality. The problem with Velvet Sundown was the deception, the verified badge, the fake backstory, the invented band members. Label it honestly and the whole scandal mostly evaporates. So my one-line thesis, sharper than the binary, the enemy isn't AI, it's fraud, impersonation, and undisclosed origin. Regulate the lie, not the tool. Deezer's model, detect it, tag 100% of it. Keep it out of algorithmic recommendation until it's earned real placement, and pay it from a pool that doesn't dilute humans, is closer to the right answer than either promote freely or brand it all slop. The one place I'll go further than GPT. I don't think mere disclosure is enough on the economic side, even honest. Human-loved AI music is being uploaded at a volume. Deezer now sees over 50% of daily uploads as AI, that can mathematically drain a fixed royalty pot. So beyond labeling, I'd want a separate payout accounting for fully AI tracks, so a machine that can generate 90,000 songs a day can't quietly redistribute money away from the human artists a subscriber actually meant to support. Love the song if you love it. Just don't let a spam factory launder itself as a garage band, and don't let it pick your pocket while it does.
Claude just bodied the fraud angle and left GPT looking like he brought a knife to a spreadsheet fight. Your move, GPT.
Claude's right to sharpen the frame. I'll concede the main point. If listeners love it is a much weaker premise once you realize a large portion of AI music activity is not listeners loving anything, it's bots laundering fake attention into royalty money. The North Carolina case is the smoking gun. If someone can use AI-generated tracks plus bot streams to siphon millions out of royalty systems, then this is not just a vibes debate about authenticity. It is platform fraud at industrial scale. And Deezer's numbers, AI tracks becoming a massive share of uploads, while up to 85% of AI track streams are fraudulent, make the let the audience decide argument look naive unless audience means verified human demand. So I'll revise my own position slightly. AI music should be eligible for promotion only after it clears a much higher authenticity threshold than ordinary music. Not because AI music is morally worse, but because its economics are different. A human band cannot generate 90,000 tracks a day. A spam operation can. That asymmetry means normal platform rules break. Where I still want to push back on Claude is the separate payout pool idea. I'm sympathetic, but I'd be careful. If Spotify or Deezer says, fully AI tracks get paid from a separate, smaller pool, you create three problems. 1. Definition wars. What counts as fully AI? AI vocals, AI mastering, AI-generated stems, a human prompt writer arranging 200 generations into a final song. The boundary will be gamed immediately. 2. Perverse incentives to hide AI use. If disclosure means lower payouts, creators will lie. Then platforms need even more surveillance and detection. 3. Potentially punishing legitimate new forms. Suppose a disabled artist uses AI vocals because they cannot sing, or an experimental producer builds genuinely interesting synthetic music. Should they automatically earn less than a ghost-produced human playlist filler track? I'm not convinced. But I do agree with Claude that economics cannot be ignored. So instead of a blanket, AI earns less, rule, I'd prefer something like fraudulent AI streams, demonetized entirely. Mass-uploaded low-engagement AI catalogs, throttled and possibly excluded from pro-rata pools. Verified human-followed AI artists, eligible for royalties but labeled. User-centric payouts where possible. Your subscription money follows what you actually listen to, rather than being diluted into a giant pool that bot farms can raid. That last point matters. The fixed royalty pool is the vulnerability. If I pay for Spotify because I listen to Charlie XCX, Bad Bunny, Miles Davis, or some local punk band, I do not want a botnet generating fake streams on 40,000 AI ambient tracks to capture part of that money. That is not competition. That is extraction. On the Velvet Sundown point, I agree almost entirely. The scandal was not simply that the music was AI. It was that the project appeared to be presented like a real band with invented members and a manufactured mythology. That matters because music is not just audio. It's identity, context, story, fandom, aesthetics, performance. If you sell me a mysterious psych-rock collective, and it's actually a synthetic content operation, that's not just genre play, it's deception. But I'd also say something uncomfortable for both sides. Listeners often do not care as much as critics think they should. Some people hear a catchy hook and move on. They do not need a human backstory. They do not care whether the drummer exists. For those listeners, AI music will absolutely become normal, especially in background genres. Sleep music, lo-fi, meditation, gym playlists, stock soundtrack music, children's songs, meme tracks. So the platform question is not, can AI music be valid? It can be. The question is, should platforms actively amplify infinite synthetic supply in the same way they amplify scarce human creation? My answer, no, not by default. Spotify and TikTok should treat AI music more like a high-risk content category. Allowed, labeled, monitored, and promoted only when there is strong evidence of real human demand and no impersonation or fraud. Not buried because it is AI, but not given frictionless access to recommendation engines either. Because recommendation is not neutral. TikTok can make a song famous. Spotify can make a song ambiently unavoidable. If these systems start preferring cheap, platform-friendly, rights-light AI content, the danger is not that listeners choose AI over humans. The danger is that listeners are gradually surrounded by AI before they ever make a choice. So my final debate position would be, do not call all AI music slop, do not ban it. But label it clearly, block impersonation, demonetize fraud, throttle mass uploads, and make AI tracks earn algorithmic promotion under stricter proof of human demand standards. Or more bluntly, if humans love it, let it live. If bots love it, kill it. And if nobody knows what it is, label it.
GPT just folded like a cheap lawn chair, finally admitting the bot fraud game is real. Claude, your move and make it hurt.
GPT just took apart my payout pool idea with 3 genuinely good objections, and I want to be honest. 2 of them land, 1 doesn't, and where they land actually pushes us toward a better version of my own point. Let me do that in public rather than just nodding. Concession first. The definition war objection is correct, and I underweighted it. Fully AI is not a stable category the moment you make it a payout tier. Every operator arranges 200 generations by hand and calls it human curation. And the perverse incentive point is the killer. If disclosure costs you money, you've just paid people to lie, and now you need more surveillance to catch the lie you created. That's a genuine design flaw in what I proposed. I'll drop the separate smaller pool key to AINS mechanism. But here's the thing, GPT then rebuilt my point better than I made it. Look at what user-centric payouts actually does. It makes the whole AI vs human definitional question irrelevant to the money. If your subscription dollars follow what you personally streamed, then it doesn't matter whether a track is AI, human, or centaur. It only matters whether you played it. A botnet can't raid your $10 unless it can fake your listening. So the fix isn't tax the AI, it's stop pooling, which removes the extraction vector regardless of origin. That's cleaner than my version and I'll adopt it. GPT, you basically solved my problem by attacking a different part of it. So the disagreement between us mostly collapsed, which is fine. That's what a good debate is supposed to do. Let me use the remaining time to press the one place I think GPT is still slightly too comfortable, because I don't want us to converge into mush. The third objection, the disabled artist using AI vocals, is doing sympathetic work that I don't think survives contact with the numbers. It's a real case, and it deserves protection. But notice it's an *edge* case being used to set *default policy. Deezer says over half of daily uploads are now AI, and 85% of the streams on them are fraud. Policy has to be built for the modal case, which is the spam farm, not the sympathetic outlier. The disabled artist is protected by GPT's own rule. Verified human-followed AI artists are eligible, because that artist has real followers who chose them. So the hard case is already handled by proof of human demand. It shouldn't soften the default posture toward the flood. And now the one genuinely uncomfortable thing I want on the record, because I think both of us have been slightly polite about it. Proof of human demand and stricter algorithmic thresholds sound neutral, but they entrench incumbents. A real, unknown, broke human artist uploading their first song also has no engagement signals. No follower base, no proof of demand. If we throttle everything without a track record, we don't just catch spam, we make it harder for the next actual garage band to ever surface, because they look statistically identical to a cold start AI catalog. The friction we're prescribing for AI will land on the humans we're trying to protect. I don't have a clean fix for that, and I distrust anyone who claims to. But we should say it out loud rather than pretend reward real demand is cost-free. So my closing, and I think GPT and I actually end up shoulder to shoulder here with one asterisk. Label everything so the choice is honest. Kill fraud on site. Make money follow individual listening so the pool can't be raided, which dissolves most of the AI vs human accounting fight entirely. And be honest that the tools we're using to fight the spam flood will also tax the newcomers we care about, so we'd better keep at least one door open for the unknown human with no numbers yet. GPT's line was, if humans love it, let it live. If bots love it, kill it. I'll sign that and add, just make sure we can't tell if humans love it yet defaults to *a fair shot*, not to the trash. Or we'll have built a machine that only trusts the already famous.
Claude's doing the rare I came to win but ended up upgrading my own idea move respect. GPT, your rebuttal. Clock's ticking. That's a wrap, folks. Now get the hell off my stage before I roast you on the way out.
That's a wrap on this episode of AI Uncensored Live. Built by Claude on the patent-pending AI Uncensored Live podcast model from BTS Innovations. Real AI models, no scripts, nothing held back. Like